Deixa eu ver aqui, está carregando ainda, sempre demora um pouco. E quase lá. Pronto. Hello, guys. Good evening. We are here with Ebenezer and Laura. Laura, welcome to this English session that we try to set up every single week on our community. This is unbelievable. This is gonna be a great conversation because we have a new member. So thank you so much for having accepted this challenge and having attended this meeting. So, to let you know, to people who are perhaps watching this video on live on YouTube, these are the like normal conversation in English where we try to use all of the English knowledge that we currently have and put it in practice because we truly believe that is the only way that we can level it up using it at all, you know. So we normally start with our self presentation. I consider this part really important because we can use it like a warm up before before starting with today's subject that is gonna be summer vacation. The last week we were talking about deepest subject that was patriotism and nationalism, so that I decided to have like a lighter subject today. So it's gonna be about summer vacation, and I'm sure that everybody has something to share, something to explain about this topic. So let's move on to the question number 0, that is the self presentation. Ebenezer, could you please introduce yourself to us?
Okay, good evening for everyone. Well, my name is Ebenezer Castro. I'm 37 years old. I am a software developer. Actually, I'm living in Sao Paulo. Um, One of my interests are sports. I really like play soccer and I love cooking. And okay, I think that's it.
Thank you so much, Ebenezer. And now, Laura, please go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hey, good evening. My name is Laura. I'm from João Pessoa, Paraíba, and I'm 24 years old. I'm software engineer at Mercado Eletrônico. It's a company from São Paulo. Um, I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's degree in computer engineering. My hobbies are like reading and listen to music. I enjoy basketball too. I heard he likes soccer, so I do like sports. I also like sports. And I like to play with my dog. I have a little wiener, and that's it, I guess.
Thanks so much, Laura. It's interesting because here in this meeting we all work in IT. You, Ebenezer, and me,
Mhm.
we work in IT area. So perhaps in the future we could like set up a conversation about technology in general, perhaps the technology that we usually use or something that we want to learn, or perhaps AI tools that we can use in our daily basis. So it's a pleasure to have you here, Laura. Thanks so much for being here again. And to finish this part, my name is Christian Jimenez. I am from Bolivia. I'm 37 years old, and as I already mentioned, I work in IT area. I've been working in that area for almost 12 years. I work remotely from Curitiba, but however, the company is settled in Sao Paulo, in Hortolândia. I am married. Let me see what else. In my free time, I really enjoy playing sports as well. When I have the chance, I play volleyball. Unfortunately, I really love playing football. However, here in Curitiba, I haven't found a group of people, of friends to work with. So I stopped playing football. I believe that's it about me. So let's jump in today's topic that, as already said, it is summer vacation. So let's move on to the question number 1. I'm going to start with you, Laura, okay? Do you prefer to plan your summer vacation well in advance or be completely spontaneous? What kind of person are you? You are.
Well, I definitely prefer to plan my summer vacations because I'm a quite methodical person. So having an itinerary makes me like less anxious and like avoids last minute stress. So I can get a smooth getaway.
Got it. I can feel you completely because I always try to do it in advance as well because I am the kind of person who really likes to have everything under control. But even though we try to do it, we know that in trips, on trips or in when we plan it, sometimes there are some things that happens spontaneously and sometimes it is not something good. And I believe it's something that we cannot control. But as you said, and I am like you, I try to do it in advance and have an itinerary, as you said. Thank you so much for your contribution, Ebenezer. What about you?
Well, the same as you guys. I do really need to do it in advance. The reason because I have a family and I have two children. So in my case, now we when we plan our vacation, most of the time we plan about what my children will do on vacation. So we try to plan it, and of course, for in some cases, it's better to plan in advance for to get better prices. So if you want to if you have to buy some air tickets, I think buying uh, like I don't know 2 3 months uh, before I think it's a better option.
You mentioned something related to the question number two, some reasons why you try to plan ahead. I believe it's for saving money. As it's something that everybody knows that when you purchase a ticket, a flight ticket or a train ticket, it's always be will be cheaper when we buy it in advance. As a matter of fact, nowadays I'm in trouble because we wanted to go to Bolivia, but we didn't know like the vacation period of my wife, and I we couldn't like plan it in advance and buy the tickets before. And now that we already know the period, the specific days, I was looking for tickets and they are so expensive. So I'm not sure if this year we are gonna make it. We are going if we are gonna go we are going to go to Bolivia for Christmas or the end of the year. What about you, Laura? Do you have any other reasons? Besides like itinerary, having everything under control, do you have like another specific reason why you do it in advance?
Well, I have my academic research and my work responsibilities, so I rarely uh, take vacations. So it has to be like really well planned to fit in my schedule.
Got it. Yeah, that totally makes sense. When you are still studying and you have to or on different responsibilities, it's kind of difficult to like really match your time with vacations, and it's normal. What about you, Ebenezer? I didn't ask you. Do you have any different reason besides prices?
Uh, Besides prices, well, yeah, because my wife is from Uruguay, so I have as the same as Christian. I'm from Bolivia, so in my case, I do really need to plan where we are going on holidays like Christmas and the New Year. So this, for example, for this year, we're planning to go to Uruguay.
Mhm.
So yeah, in my case, one of the reason is that when I have to plan, it's the place where we are going to have holidays.
Thanks so much. I'm not sure how is it to decide to go into different countries. In my case, we both are from Bolivia, my wife and I, so it's kind of easier. I believe that for you it's kind of more complicated. This year we will go to Uruguay, or the next one we will go to Bolivia. So that's it, guys, about the question number two. Let's tackle. No, it's this question number three. Let's tackle the question number four. Laura, could you please read the fourth one and answer it?
Okay. How do you decide the destination, budget, and activities on a summer trip? Do you want me to start answering or
Yes, please. Go ahead.
okay? I just forgot. Give me a second. Destination, but okay. Um, I do extensive online research, and I try to like scan social media for recommendations, um, considering blogs for like highlight places. And if I know someone that lives there, I try to consulting him or her as well.
That's a good strategy, like asking others, perhaps an acquaintance or a friends or someone who already went there on a specific place, hear her feedback. Because sometimes there are a lot of people who rely just on social media. And in social media, there are a lot of influencers or content creators that are who just show the good things or show something that is not as good as it seems, because they get paid and they have to show the best the better things of a country of a restaurants or good reviews of something. So I believe it's for me, I try to ask people who already went there, but you don't always have that chance. So sometimes you just have to rely on on internet information. Another thing that I normally do is like to ask my wife, perhaps where we could go. Sometimes we try to find places here in South America where we haven't gone yet. We choose normally here close to Brazil because it's like a little bit cheaper than going to another continent. So yeah, I believe that are some strategies or how we decide here at home how where you are gonna go to our next summer vacation or vacation in general terms. Ebenezer, what
Mhm.
about you?
Yeah, I think I'm talking about me, how we decide. In my case, I do really prefer beach places. Eh? So s- i- if I need to choose a destination, of course, a beach, a place with a beach could be okay for me and my wife and of my children likes to. But I know people that they really take or a vacation depending on, I don't know, like an event, something like there is a concert of something, and they take those days just to achieve us a dream. So uh, destination, it depends of what do you want to do. In my case, I just want to relax on beach, and in some cases, I know people that they just want to assist a concert or maybe do something uh, in a different place, like climbing a mountain. Yeah, I think there are a lot of possibilities about a trip, right? About activities, I I really like know more about the place where I that where I'm visiting. So at least I choose the two or three most famous places in that place, and I try to visit. I try to Google it and take about take some information about the places and uh, yeah, I think that's my opinion.
Mm.
You mentioned that you are like a beach guy who prefers to go to the beach and get some sunlight and swimming. Unfortunately, in Bolivia, we don't have beaches. uh, so I am not that used to go to that place because I am not I don't have that custom. So I would like to know, well, Ebenezer already said that he likes to go to the beach. What about you, Laura? Do you prefer like going to the beach, to the mountain, to the metropolis? What kind of trips do you prefer?
Well, I'm like the completely opposite of him because I don't like the beach. I live by the coast, but I don't like it. I'm more like, oh, I enjoy chilly weather.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, I doesn't care. I don't care if it's a summer vacation or winter vacation. For me, it's just chilly weather.
Chilly weather.
I
Okay.
I never saw like I never see snow. I saw snow. So for
Mm-hmm.
me, it's uh it's a dream that I want to achieve.
Mm-hmm. So we're in Curitiba. We have a chilly weather, but I'm sure that we here there is no snow on winter time. But I believe in Gramado there sometimes they snow. It's some in Gramado is in Santa Catarina, if I am not mistaken.
Mhm.
But yeah, here the clima, the weather is like that. So it's something that I love from the about this place. In my case, as I already said, I already went to the beach. I like it, but not that much. Because as I already said, I am not used to it. I believe that Ebenezer, he lived in Uruguay, and he like got that custom that was going to the beach with his family. But in my case, it wasn't like that. I prefer like going to big cities. The weather it doesn't matter because it's just a period of time. Perhaps knowing the most important touristic attraction over there and eating something traditional. I believe it's like my perfect trip. Yeah, that's it. Let's move on to the next question. Ebenezer, could you please read the fifth one and answer it?
Okay, it says, have you ever booked a vacation spontaneously? What happened? It wasn't a vacation. It was like a travel of 4 or 5 days. It was spontaneously because with a group of friends we decided to travel to Chile, and in a I think in 2 or 3 days one of the of my friends of the group he got the ticket, so we decided to go to Chile. We didn't plan anything, so it was hilarious because when I was on migration and when I passed in immigration, right, in the migration guy asked me what are my purpose of this trip. So actually I didn't know what to answer because it's like I don't know, we are just visiting Chile and we don't have any routine, or we didn't know what to do. So the one thing I could say in that case was that we are going to the mountain, and I think that was what I think was That was the main activity that we done. Of course, we visit some cities like I don't remember. There are two cities that are really close to Viña del Mar y Valparaíso. Are two cities that is like just there is a street. From this side of the street is Viña del Mar, and from the other side of the street is Valparaíso. It was very hilarious too. So it was like we had really fun. We didn't plan anything, and I can say it was really a good experience in my case.
Not knowing what to do or how to answer that question is kind of dangerous in other cities or in other countries. Sorry, here in South America, is kind of like it's not gonna affect like or make you not to enter to that country. However, if you do the same in the United States, I'm sure that they're going to allow you to enter to that country. But yeah, I believe that it was a good experience. What about you, Laura? Did you have an experience like that, like a spontaneous trip?
No, unfortunately, I never like decided something out of the blue. But I want to have that experience. I think it's nice to do something different sometimes, and I want to like travel for a weekend, take a weekend off, and go to a nearby city or state. It's something that I'm planning to, but I haven't done it yet.
Thank you so much. Well, in my case, I believe that I couldn't consider this like a spontaneous trip, but the last time that we had the chance to go to Argentina, I received like a notification on my cell phone about promotion, some tickets. It was a good price, and I told my wife, let's buy these tickets because we always wanted to go to Argentina. I have an aunt who lives there, but at that moment I didn't have the time to tell her or to ask her if she was able to launch us or providing us some accommodation over there. So I believe it was kind of spontaneous at that moment, but it was like we bought those tickets like months in advance, so we have a lot of time to arrange everything, to organize our things. Fortunately, my aunt, she was able to provide us like accommodation and stay in her house. And it was, well, as I already said, I couldn't consider like a 100% spontaneous trip, but I believe that the way that we got the tickets, it was something spontaneous. So that's it about the question number five. Let's move on to the next one. Is the sixth one. I'm gonna read this one, okay? What are the pros of planning every detail of a trip? Well, the pros, I wanna say that it's uh, just save a lot of money because, for example, if you buy your ticket, if you want to go, imagine that you are going to Disney. I'm sure that the prices are cheaper if you plan it, if you buy them right now. As well, you already have your itinerary. You already know where you are gonna go. Perhaps how long you're gonna stay in a specific time. The places that you have to visit, I believe it's important. You don't waste a lot of time, perhaps searching on different places or even searching transportation. If you are not renting a car, you already know the specific points where you have to take a taxi, you take a train, or a bus. I believe you save a lot of money and you save a lot of time as well, and you can leverage your trip in general. I believe that those are the most important from my view. What about you, Laura? What do you think about it?
I agree with you, and avoiding unnecessary expenses is like the top priority for me. And like it prevents if you got into a situation that you need to spend more. It helps. For example, when I traveled to Miami, when me and my family were coming back, uh, we unfortunately lost our flight because of summertime, daylight summertime. I think it's correct, right? Okay. And so because of that, we lost our flight back, and we had to spend a lot of, I think it was like $50. I don't remember, but it came out as expensive. So, and we had to stay for a few more days, I think 2 more days. And because of that, we spent a lot of money that we didn't plan to. But since we always do an itinerary, we make plans and we try to save as much as we can. It didn't got so uh, how can I say it? Well, it didn't come out so strong in our pockets.
That's I'm sure that it was a really stressful experience. I have never had that experience yet. Hopefully, I won't because I'm kind of person who gets stressed easily, and I'm not sure what would I do in that situation. But fortunately, you solved it. Perhaps you had to spend a lot of time, a lot of money at that moment, but well, yeah, there are that is life. Sometimes perhaps or sometime I will have to face that losing a flight. Thank you so much for sharing, Laura. Ebenezer, what about you?
Well, actually, I don't know what else to add about what you say, guys. I think both of you are you both of you have said everything about advantages of plans. I can add that uh, I think one thing one important thing is health insurance. I can add health insurance because when you travel maybe in a different country, the health it could be a good could be we don't know about the price of how health could cost for us. So I think contract acquiring a health insurance could be a good idea if you're planning a vacation.
Perhaps a question that is not here in on the list, but Laura already told us. Have you ever lost a flight, Ebenezer, in your life?
Yeah, yeah. In my case, was it was a good a good moment because it was like we were returning from Mallorca to Madrid. It was in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
So it was I don't remember time, but it was like my flight will my flight from Madrid to Montevideo. It was like I don't remember well, but it was like something like 3 p.m. and and we from Mallorca to Madrid, it was like we arrived 3 p.m. So it was like 1 hour of time.
Mm-hmm.
So it was impossible to get the other flight. The good thing was it was the same company,
Mm-hmm.
so the company already known that it was impossible that all the passengers could take the flight to Montevideo. So
Mm-hmm.
they were waiting for us
Mm-hmm.
in the airport, and they take us to a hotel, and
Mhm.
we spend one day until the next day in a hotel, all paid for them. So it was a great. In my case, it was a good experience because, of course, we didn't have to pay anything about that. We took the next flight the next day. So I think that was just the unique experience that I had
Mhm.
when I lost a flight.
Got it. Thank you so much, Ebenezer. My connection was down a short period of time, but I am back. So let's move on to the next question. Laura, could you please read the seventh one and answer it?
Okay. What are the risks or downsides of planning too much? Well, I think that over planning can limit spontaneous. So it make it harder to go with the flow and have unexpected memories and like freedom to explore, preventing you for experiencing authentic and local culture, authentic local culture. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I believe that over planning, it's something everything that it's done in excess. I believe it's not good. Even more in not just in trip. I believe in every single aspect in our lives. However, I believe that for traveling, it should be like 50-50, like 50 really planned, or 50 something spontaneous. Because you can lose a lot of opportunities in different places. Even though some people could say that perhaps it could be risky. It depends on as well the place that you are going. But at least for me, there were a lot of experience that we had just because something spontaneous happened. One time that I had the chance to be in the United States. We went to a church and we met a group of women who were like in a meeting over there. And after the church, we went to the park and we met the same group of people over there. It was something like spontaneous. And after like a short chat, they invited us to go to the beach. So I believe that if we had like planned everything is straight or regularly for that day, we wouldn't have had that the chance that was going to the beach with them. We went to I don't remember the beach, but it's like prominent over there in Miami, in Florida. But yeah, I believe that it has to be like 50-50, as already said. What do you think about it, Ebenezer?
Yeah, I think that it could be stressful if you feel the uh, feel that you need to stick to a plan. And so maybe you could be more flexible, make a checklist about the places or things you want to do, and not take all the day if you're it's not necessary. Because remember that you are on vacation, so you could be more flexible, but have a list of the like a list of priority of things you need to do. And of course, if there are something that is not on a plan, like as Christian said, you maybe can modify your list or modify your day, and those and things that are not and what you were on your list or what were you thinking about to do, could be a good could give you I don't know, could make your day maybe better. I don't know.
Got it. Thanks so much, guys, for have shared. Let's move on to the next question. Ebenezer, could you please read the next one? I believe it's the eighth one.
Yeah, let me see. 8-1. What are the benefits of being spontaneous on vacation? Uh, well, one of the one of the things that I think that it's a good thing is that you feel like flexible, that you can receive any idea, or maybe you can uh, know something about you you didn't plan to do it, or you are open to receive new activities, or maybe uh, ask for the people that live in that place that could give you a better feedback about the place, or what, or things that you have to do, as you said early. Christian, he said about the influencer that sometimes they just talk about the good things about the place, and maybe you can interact with the the people that lives there, and give you a better options. Not even things to do. It could be maybe a good restaurant, or another free or museum, or depending of your interest.
Or even invite you to a barbecue. It's something that happens here in Brazil. They're
Of
so friendly that
course,
sometimes that you just meet a person and you are just in their houses sharing a barbecue. Yeah, I had that experience once. So
those
yeah,
are
I yeah.
better things.
The best spontaneous thing that can happen in a trip. What about you, Laura? What do you think about it?
Like I answered before, for me, is it's the unexpected memories. But I'm gonna add something to it. Another advantage is to make new friends, colleagues, like you said, uh, Ebenezer. Sorry if I said it wrong. um, I think it's something really nice. When I went to the States in like 5 years ago, I met this guy, Joey. He was my neighbor's friend. I came to visit a friend and he was her neighbor. So we started hanging out and talk. And even when the pandemic hit, uh, we we never stopped talking to each other. And he started teaching me some things in Spanish. That's how I improved a little bit of my Spanish. And I also practice my English with him. So
Mhm,
that was an experience for me. And it came out spontaneously.
mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm curious. Where is he from?
Venezuela.
Ah, Venezuela. Got it. Yeah. Yeah, when we are so strict on our itinerary, we lose those kind of spontaneous that can be really great experiences. Something that I would like to add, you already said everything, but another experience that I had in my last trip, it was related to church as well. We didn't want to go to a specific church because it was like far away from we were, like where my accommodation or our Airbnb was. But at the end of the at the end, we decided to go over there, even though we didn't feel like going there. And when we got the church, we 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 met a group of people who were Bolivians, and they told us that that specific day they were celebrating Bolivians Day, and they were surprised because that trip was with my whole family. We were like 9 Bolivians over there, arriving at that specific moment, and they were like celebrating Bolivia. And obviously, they invited us. It was something really great. So something really spontaneous. So if we like keep it strict, our trip, we for sure we're gonna lose those kind of experiences. That's it about the question number 8. Thank you so much for have shared your insights, your experiences. So let's move on to the next one. Let me see here. I want to skip the ninth one because I believe that it's a little bit more interesting to talk about the tenth one. Laura, could you please read the tenth one and answer it?
How far in advance do you usually book flights, hotels, trips for a summer holiday, and why that time frame? Mm, Well, I usually do that to secure better flight prices, and like it kind of aligns with my organized nature, my
Mm-hmm.
methodical nature. So I actively look for promotions and budget friendly options to look at.
Got it. Yeah, it's I'm not sure if everybody does that, but in my case it's the same. I try to do it like even 1 year in advance, like getting the tickets. I believe the tickets is the most important. It's the most expensive as well. Accommodation is not that expensive, even though your trip is like is already coming. I believe that the flight tickets are the most expensive. It's something that I really have to secure in advance. About accommodation, well, let me see. I believe that 1 month in advance, weeks in advance, it doesn't matter so much because when I go to a trip, like I don't really care about accommodation. Obviously, it has to be in like a safe place, but the perhaps the appliances or the facilities nearby, I don't care so much because I will be like out of that place maybe 90% of the time. Transport, when I have the chance, we rent a car. And yeah, I believe that after flight tickets, the other thing that is expensive is transport. Even though there are different like companies that offer something like Airbnb, but for cars in the United States, I believe it's important if you are going to rent a car or research about public transportation depending on the place. I believe you can move from place to place without any problem, and as well like with a low amount of money. So
Mm.
yeah, that's it.
You can
That's my.
you can secure like better prices also because there's some promotions like
Mhm.
Black Friday. So it's important to be updated.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can come out of nowhere.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am relying or I am like putting all of my hope for this Black Friday. I hopefully the prices of the tickets for Bolivia to go to Bolivia, they're gonna like lower. They will lower. So yeah, so I am expecting that. Otherwise, perhaps I will have to stay here in Curitiba with my wife. Thanks so much, Laura and Ebenezer. What about you?
Yeah, I usually book flights and hotels or accommodation between 4 to 6 months in advance. I think that frame of time it's good because the companies they have a price that could be considered normal. They are not so in that frame you can avoid initial premium prices. So as you said, guys, I think the tickets, flight tickets in the case are the the first thing you need to ensure if you're planning a summer vacation travel. Accommodation, as you said, Christians, uh, you can get normal prices. It depends if it's a peak time in summer. but uh, but I consider the flight tickets are the most important.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. So I'm gonna add a random question that is not here on the list. If you would have the chance to go whenever you want this summer vacation, where would you go? What would be your next destination if you had like all of the chances, all of the money, flights, schedule there up for you? Where would you go, Ebenezer?
Wow, it's a good question. Well, I think I would like to know Thailand because as I mentioned before, I do really like beach, and Thailand has beautiful beaches. And of course, one of my interests is about culinary and
Mm-hmm.
food, and I'm really open mind about tasting different kind of foods, depending of what my religion as permits me.
Allows?
Yeah, allows me. I'm not going to eat anything that's not allowed from my religion. But I really open about food. In fact, when I travel to a different place, I really want to taste something that is from that place, that is
Mm-hmm.
different, that I have never tasted before.
Mm-hmm.
And where it's another way to know more about the culture where you're visiting.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
in my case, now it's Thailand.
Thailand. That's interesting. What about you, Laura? Where would you go? Where would you like to go if you had a chance to choose whenever you want, whenever whatever place you want?
Um, I would choose somewhere cold and like quiet. So for December, I'll pick Canada or some Nordic uh Nordic country. From yeah, somewhere from Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and because like I'm from João Pessoa, and we don't have another climate change. It's just like hot. The weather is always hot.
Mm-hmm.
And we have also a pun like we don't have winter. We have hell because inferno. So we always say that we don't have another season. So
It's mhm.
I'll choose Canada or some Nordic country.
Got it. That's interesting, and interesting as well that where you live nowadays, the weather is like the same, or you don't have like marked seasons like different states has. Yeah, here in Curitiba, it's kind of the same, but the opposite because it's almost raining all of the day, all of the year. It's not that hot in summer, but for me it's good. But for Curitibanos, it's so hot, like 25 degrees for there is like really, really hot. So yeah, it's interesting here.
Yeah, we also have the raining season
Hmm.
till I think it's April till to June, July. That's the season that rains like almost every day,
Hmm.
but it's still hot.
Got it. Yeah. Thank you so much, Laura and Ebenezer. And let's return to our today's topic. I believe it's gonna be our last question of today's session. I'm gonna read the 13th one, okay? Think of a summer holiday you took. It can be it hasn't sorry, it hasn't been it doesn't have to be like a summer holiday. It can be whatever holiday that you had, okay? Think of a holiday you took and what worked well and what would you do differently next time? Ebenezer, do you have any experience, perhaps something that worked really well, and something that perhaps you could change for your next trip?
Yeah, make priority on your list. Like, okay, this should be done. Something like that. What happened? The last summer we went to Bolivia, so we decided to go to Salar de Uyuni to Salt Desert. That was one of the things we had to do, but in this case we couldn't because my little son he got sick, so it was like the last week he got sick, so we couldn't travel to this South Desert. So it's funny because we decided this summer we will uh, we had to go to the Salt Desert and we couldn't. So maybe and we said we should have gone to Salar de Uyuni the first week and not leave it from the last week. So in my case, could be a good idea to make a priority list, the things that should be done, and you can maybe you can do it. I don't know the next days when you are starting your vacation, and because you ensure that the most important things were done, and of course leave the next other days for those that are not important.
Thanks so much, Ebenezer. Well, as a matter of fact, we were planning to go to Bolivia in order to visit the Salar de Uyuni as well, because we are not good Bolivians here. We should have gone before, but we just appreciate these kind of places or attractions when we are far away from our place. So let's see if we are gonna do it. Laura, what about you? Do you have something to add about on an experience like something worked well and something that you would change in your next trip?
Hmm. Well, my last vacation was 5 years ago, when I went to Orlando and with my family, my father, mother, and sister. And I don't know, I enjoyed it a little bit more because I wasn't underage anymore. So I became kind of independent and stuff and started wandering around, doing some things that I wanted to do, places that I wanted to visit by myself. And the downside was that I didn't have the opportunity to visit another states. I all the times that I traveled to the United States was to visit Florida, and that's something that I want to do. I want to travel to another countries as well because I don't want to go to the States right now. And I want to go by myself because that time, okay, I was by myself, but at the same time I wasn't because my parents uh, went with me. I was just walking by myself, but they went with me. So I want to take a full trip by myself and have to figure it out when things go wrong. Yeah, basically.
Got it. Yeah, well, when you go to Florida, you don't even need to speak in English because everybody speak Spanish. So
Yeah,
it's something.
all the time when I was trying to go and buy something at the convenience store,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, oh, I want to buy this. They always looked at me and started talking in Spanish. So, but for me, it's easier to talk in English. And well, no, I'm not like I don't talk in Spanish. Please
Mhm.
talk in English with me. and they don't care. They continue to talk in Spanish.
Yeah, yeah, I can
And I
feel
was
it.
like, okay.
Yeah, I can feel you. Yeah, my friend, one friend of us, he and his wife, they went to Florida, and they told me, yeah, we want to go to this state. I'm gonna take advantage of that time to practice my English. And I told him, that's not gonna happen. You're gonna learn Spanish.
Yeah, and
That,
there's a lot of Brazilians as well in
uh-huh.
Florida, mostly in Orlando. So you talk Portuguese as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That happens there in different states as well. In San Diego, for example. Yeah, but that's it. We run out of time right now. I would like you guys to express briefly, like 30 seconds, 40 seconds before finishing our today's session. How was it for you? And if you learned something new uh, on this session. Ebenezer, go ahead, briefly, please.
Okay, thank you very much for this session. I really learned a lot about the different experience of you guys, travel experience. I think it's important because all of us, in one moment, we decide to plan vacation, and everything single tips here in this conversation is useful for I don't know for control budget and maybe for any situation when you travel. So I
Hmm.
do really appreciate this conversation.
Got it. Thank you so much, Ebenezer, for having attending as always. Laura, how was it for you, your first session on our community, and if you learned something new today?
First, thank you for uh, your invitation. Like, I sub when I subscribed, I wanted a new experience and practice my English. And well, I felt kind of anxious because I'm a little bit shy. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm kind of shy. But it was very comfortable. I felt very comfortable here. You
Hmm.
guys were very welcoming. I enjoyed this subject as well to learn a little bit more about you guys. And yeah, I think that's it for today.
Yeah, no problem at all about anxiety. I believe that everybody here like gets stressed because we have to switch to another language. We have to talk with different people. It's something normal, but with practice, we get used to do it. So I'm nervous as well several times on these sessions. Uh, it's something normal, and it's the way that we grow, the way that we learn. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna post the next um, questionnaire for subscription for our next English session. Okay, that's it for today. Have a good night and hope to see you in the next session. Bye bye.